Hey Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 episode. Now in today's video, we've got some content on new armor sets, gameplay in the Crucible competitively, and new shaders, new exotics, and possibly even old exotics returning to the game in Destiny 2 from Destiny 1. Before we get into all this news and information, I want to talk about the weekly giveaway for the subscribers. So every single week, I like to give away 1,000 silver for Destiny or a Destiny emblem from Bungie's store. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed, show your support and like the video, and leave a comment down below. Also, at the end of August, on August 31st, I will be announcing 3 Guardians as lucky winners for copies of the full game of Destiny 2, and I will actually be shipping that out to you guys and giving you the download codes on September 6th. So if you want to enter for that, link in the description will show you how. Details to all giveaways are on the screen now, so enjoy that, pause the video, read through the instructions, and turn for the giveaways. And now, let's begin the video. So Guardians, welcome back to the channel. So today, Bungie did release official gameplay trailer of competitive multiplayer in Destiny 2, and it showcased a lot of new armor sets, shaders, exotics, weapons, legendaries, and so on. So before we break the trailer down, let's actually take a look at the trailer all the way through to the end, and I will talk to you momentarily.
Enter the Crucible to fight, to crush, to conquer. Zone B captured. Show your enemy what a real fight looks like. Hunters blaze a path for the rest of us. Opponents down. It begins, Titan.
Push the tempo, push the tempo. Push the tempo, push the tempo.
Phenomenal! Your time is now, Warlock. Look at them fall. Bring it home, Guardians.
Pre-order Destiny 2 and get the exotic rifle Cold Heart.
Guardians, that was a pretty awesome trailer, but a lot of information and content packed into a short 2-minute clip, so I wanted to break it all down for you and go over it in more detail, just in case you might have missed something. The first thing that I want to take a look at is the yellow and black rocket launcher. This yellow and black rocket launcher looks very familiar to a Destiny Year 1 rocket launcher from Trials of Osiris, and I know Trials of Osiris is being removed and replaced with Trials of the 9, which is a 4v4 version of the game mode, but on top of that there's a lot of changes. But maybe Bungie is keeping the yellow and black theme for all the weapons, which would be pretty cool, but just something to note in this video, just in case you might have missed it. Moving on to the next thing is the sword-wielding Titan, slamming down with a giant greatsword. Now, this is going to be the first look at a different type of sword, and on top of that, there's a lot more swords in Destiny 2, which is pretty exciting. And with all of that, there's different sword types. So swords actually have archetypes this time around, and it's going to be pretty unique to see all the different varieties of swords, this one being included in the set. The next thing I would like to bring to everybody's attention is the new Dead Orbit armor. As many of you already know following me on this channel, Dead Orbit is my favorite faction, and by far, this is the best looking armor set from Dead Orbit I have ever seen. I know it's on a Titan, and Titan is my least favorite class, but on top of that, I'd really love to rock the Titan with this armor set. and I would prefer to have a white and black dead orbit shader opposed to this green one, but that's something else to note. There are shaders in Destiny 2, and this green one is one of those shaders. Next up is a clip of the dubious Volley exotic rocket launcher that was featured in a data mine back in The Taken King and then later on in Rise of Iron, and it never made it into the game. But now that we're in Destiny 2, it is finally coming to the game for players to actually get their hands on, and the clip looks overpowered. This is a control match, and it's showing off its competitive nature in gameplay, destroying 4 opposing Guardians in one foul swoop on a control point. If this is going to be a power weapon, and you can get power weapon ammo as often as you do in Control, I'm really excited to see what happens and plays out with this exotic rocket launcher. Honestly, probably going to be the only exotic and also the only power weapon that I decide to use ever in Crucible, as long as Bungie doesn't nerf it. Bungie, I pray to the Bungie gods of 777, please do not nerf this rocket launcher. Actually, in fact, how about you buff other weapons and just keep the overpowered weapons the same? Just please. Make them feel exotic. Thank you. Moving on forward though, after that clip, we've got a hunter scene where they're firing off a sidearm, and sidearms seem to be one of the weapons that will be prevalent in your primary slot now, so pretty awesome. But hold on, pause right there. On the hunter's back, what does that look like? It looks like a returning legendary known as the Hawksaw from the Crucible vendor back in The Taken King, and I am super excited to say that there might be returning legendary fan favorites coming back into the game with a little bit of a twist. Maybe the perks have changed, maybe the stability, maybe the rate of fire, all of that has changed to fit in the Destiny 2 gameplay, but we might see some returning favorites coming back into Destiny 2, which would be pretty awesome. Now Guardians, fan favorite legendaries might not be the only thing returning in Destiny 2. Destiny 2 might have some returning exotics as well, and the clips we're about to show you are going to show some proof. So in this clip, during the ARC Shotgun possible exotic we'll talk about momentarily, there is a Titan wielding a rocket launcher with what appears to be the Talkanaut helmet. Now the Talkanaut helmet from Destiny 1 is an exotic that Titans can wield to allow them to grant tracking on any rocket launcher. On top of that, it allowed you to increase, I believe, your heavy ammo. So that is a very viable option to move from Destiny 1 over to Destiny 2. So yeah, and the Titan is wielding a rocket launcher, which makes a lot of sense while this helmet is equipped. Moving on to the next thing is going to have to be the fact that this Warlock is wearing the Starfire Protocol, or what seems to be the Starfire Protocol. We don't really see any other gameplay that would actually go ahead and prove this is the Starfire Protocol, except for the chest plate. The chest plate definitely resembles the Starfire Protocol design, so just something to note in this video. There might be returning Year 1 exotics, Year 2 exotics, and Year 3 exotics from Destiny 1 over to Destiny 2. Now Guardians, we're on the final stretch. Let's move away from possible returning exotics over to actual exotics. Now D2 has a series of awesome exotics featured in this gameplay, starting off with the dubious Volley, which we already talked about. So let's move on to what I'm going to dub the Portal Gun. The Portal Gun is hopefully some kind of fancy fusion rifle or a rocket launcher in the power slot, because it looks very overpowered from this clip. Literally, the Guardian jumps over 3 Guardians, turns around, and in one foul swoop, all 3 of them are completely gone. They're literally just gone. Their bodies vaporize, there's nothing to be seen. It just absolutely blows my mind how overpowered this looks. It's definitely probably going to get nerfed, but Bungie, again, I pray to the gods at Bungie777, please do not nerf this. I pray to the Bungie gods, just don't nerf this. Power up other weapons, keep the overpowered weapons overpowered. They're exotic, just keep them that way. So moving on to the next one is the ARC Shotgun. Now this ARC Shotgun was featured in several gameplay clips prior to this video, and on top of that, there's a better look at this shotgun in this video. So it actually is fired. It has arc protruding out of the sides of it. It looks completely different from any shotgun we've ever held in Destiny, and it looks really bizarre. And we all know that when a weapon looks bizarre and acts different, it is definitely probably exotic. So there we have it. And on top of that, we got to go to the clip of the Warlock with Sunshot. Yes, Sunshot is being wielded by the Warlock, meaning that all the exotics we played with in the beta are not class specific. They were only class specific to the beta, so don't worry about that. Now Guardians, the last two final things to note in this video, going back to the portal clip really quick of the Guardian jumping over 3 Guardians, turning around, vaporizing 3 Guardians really quickly. All 3 of those Guardians that died dropped crests. Red engrams on the ground in the form of crests, meaning that Supremacy game mode in Destiny 1 is coming back in Destiny 2. This time around though, it will be 4v4, just like every other game mode in Crucible for Destiny 2, which is going to be pretty awesome. Now, moving into the last thing is going to be the Hunter clip at the end using a very special emote where he pretends to shoot a gun, and it looks pretty awesome. So on top of all of that, pretty awesome stuff. And there you have it, Guardians. That's all the news for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If it was informative or entertaining, please leave a thumbs up, leave some comments down below as always, and also leave some topics for future videos that you'd like to see on the channel. Maybe some gameplays, you know, whatever you'd like to see. Just let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, huge shout out to the patrons on the screen now for supporting my channel every single month. You all are beautiful. And on top of that, perfect time to subscribe for daily Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 content on this channel. As always, stay violent, be privileged.